I've been struggling for a while to find a good location. Don't know why I just flashed this in as if it was like a sponsorship deal. As if they were so desperate to be in a video that they were like, you don't have to show it, just flash it in as you're talking and we'll give you that £20 million. I wish Dr. Pepper sponsored me. Just give me a 6-pack and I will sponsor you. Just to be clear, we're talking about cans, not like 6-pack. But if you do give me a 6-pack, then I will probably sponsor you as well. You know, if you're like a fitness place, you train me in like a month. What am I even saying? Every time I look at my YouTube channel, I notice that it's been over a week since I did a video, and the time just is slipping away quicker and quicker. I'm busy, more than I've ever been busy before. So I thought maybe I should just show you what's been keeping me so busy, and maybe it'll interest you, because I was watching a video by Ant, a good friend of mine. I'll link to the video down below. He said there's nothing more sexy than passion, and the most amazing thing is to listen to someone talking about something they're passionate about. This happens to be something that I am passionate about, so hopefully you'll enjoy me talking about it. This holds my work. This is what is taking all of my time. This is a piano piece that I'm working on. It looks really rough, I'll be honest. On some other pages it looks a lot more simple, because that page was quite a complicated one. But let me try and explain it to you. Basically, the performer has one choice. They choose their first note. That's the only thing they get to choose. It's designed for 3 pianos, but it can be played with any number of instruments. Then there's also a dynamic range that they have to put out in numbers. Once you have those numbers, 1 to 7, you can kind of use random number generators to create an entire piece. So what happens is you choose a note, say D, you do a random number generator and it chooses your dynamic level. Say you get 1, that gives you PPP, which is as soft as possible press on the note. There's no duration to these notes because you have to play the note and let it ring until it's completely finished. So PPP, as soft as possible, means that it would be a very, very short note and you might not even hear it at all. 7, which is mezzo piano, means that it's not a loud note because it's not even forte, but it's loud enough that it will ring for some time, and then when it finishes, you go and play it again by doing another random number generator, 1 to 7 again, to say how many times you play it. So say you've got D with a mezzo piano, and then times 6, for example. So you play that, an attempted mezzo piano, 6 times. You have to let it ring completely before you play it again, but you have to try and use your ears to get it just right. And the thing is, because there's 3 players or even more, you've got multiple people doing this. Multiple people listening out for their own notes and then playing the next note when it's required. People who do quieter notes are going to finish sooner, but they could have more times to play that note than someone who's got it louder, which means you never quite know where anybody is. Piano 1 could be finished half an hour before piano 2 has even got to the end of the piece. And they could all end just perfectly and play a note that is just perfectly aligned with each other to make the most beautiful sound you've ever heard. Or it could sound like complete crap. But that's the beauty of it. And that is one of my pieces. I always get carried away whenever I try and talk about something like this, and I see what Ant means about being passionate. So if we're talking about something else that's been taking up a hell of a lot of my time, though I'm not complaining, it's sound painting. Sound painting. Sound painting. Sound painting. I bet you've never heard of it, but let me explain it really quickly. It's basically a form of music sign language that you use to conduct people live, slightly improvised, but not like improvisation in the sense that improvisation is improvisation, but more like very, very organized improvisation / live performance conducting. That's not really a good way to explain it. It's complicated. So basically there's this whole group of sign language that you can use to easily conduct an orchestra or a group of people just right there, and it's mainly used in conjunction with image. So you do it, put like a film on maybe, and you conduct these people, you sound paint, and you create something And it's quite easy to do it once you know all the signs. And I've been doing it as a musician in the orchestra, but more recently I've been doing a lot of the conducting, and I've been learning all of these signs. So let me tell you something. You might start with the whole group, high long notes, then you choose your dynamic, and then you say go. And then you might choose to mix it up a little bit by doing some stabs, which are like when trumpets go like boo, boo, like that, yeah. What did I just do then? Boo, 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 boo. I just did like a noise. Did a performance the other day where I conducted and I was applauded on my enthusiasm into it. I really get into it because, I mean, that's the whole thing about sound painting. It's to give it your all. I've seen people who conduct and they're literally just throwing things at people as they're saying go, but you really need to go into it. I've been recording for nearly 20 minutes now. I never record this long. So hopefully it was as enjoyable for you to listen to me talk about something I'm passionate about as it was for me to talk about something I'm passionate about. I hope you enjoyed colourful list thing in my room that I could find as a background. And yeah, I'll see you around. Hopefully not too long.